Okay, people. What's up? My name is Joel. You don't know me. It's okay. And I know you'll probably get tired of this because everybody is talking about this or whatever. But I guess I just needed to be a human being myself and just say something, even if it might not mean nothing to anybody. I just could have put it out there. So I hope I can get out everything that I can say. And I hope in some way this can wake up some stuff. Um, Usually I look at a show that I used to look in the past on Netflix. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, called Dear White People. Okay? So this segment, I'm going to call it Dear World or Dear Earth. Okay? This is in regards to what happened to George Floyd. This blows my mind. Okay? I was trying to look at everything and realize, okay, why did they do it? Okay, then it comes to find out that if it's true, I think he was doing false checks or something like that. Okay, but if the man, you already got him pinned on the floor in handcuffs, okay, couple of officers all around him, and it's just one man, okay. I'm pretty sure you should just look at your fellow officers and realize, okay, we got this, so there's no need for me to put my knee on the man's neck where it interrupts his breathing. And then the man is screaming out, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, over and over again. Now, what pisses me off when I saw that was, oh, no, no, no. They should get arrested. These officers should get arrested, okay? That took forever. Only one officer, which is the guy, I believe all of them should get arrested because you all participated. From the man with his knee on the guy's neck to all your other fellow officers who did nothing but just watch. Okay? I know you cops have this little oath between each other, okay? We all know it, okay? Like maybe it doesn't get talked about, whatever, and you have this oath that each cop looks out for the other cop, no matter what. But here's the thing, okay? Yeah, that's pretty cool. If the cop is in the right, yeah, look out for him because he's in the right. But when he's in the wrong, forget all that bullshit about, oh, no, no, I'm going to take his back and shit like that because he's another officer. And if I don't take his back, then when I get to the precinct or whatever, everybody thinks that I'm a backstabber, that I'm a betrayer, that I don't stand by my side of the officers. No, you're standing by the side of truth. Believe it or not, you're actually standing by the side of law. And isn't that what cops are supposed to do? Above all things, stand by the side of law, of what's right. What happened there was wrong. You should have you should not have been worried about, oh no, if I do this and if I step in then it looks like I'm not on the cop side. No, you're on the side of right, of justice, of actually upholding the law, of which you took an oath to do. So forget that. If a cop is wrong, no matter what, whether the cop is putting his knee on a man's neck and obstructing his breathing, if a cop was found out later on to rape somebody or kill somebody or whatever, no, if he speak up. Forget about what the cops are gonna think because you know what? That doesn't matter. Because at least when you go home, your conscience is clean. Your conscience is clean. Your heart was in the right place. You did the right thing. You reported the officer, and that's it. You did the right thing, regardless. And I know officers are really fucked up because you'll go back and they'll start looking at you with this face like you betrayed them, whatever, which makes no sense to me. Okay, why would you want another officer to back up another other officer if he did something wrong and illegal? I mean, isn't that your job to stop people who are doing things illegal? So it shouldn't matter even if it's a cop as well. If it's a dirty cop must go. So like that there's clean cops that can do justice the right way. And then maybe, brace yourself, the world can actually trust cops. Well, isn't that a mind twister right there? Wow. And that is so simple, it can be done. But then I know it's that. I know it's cops looking after each other even when they're wrong. And then when you just throw racism in it and forget it, it's more than just cops looking after each other. It's like Cops giving each other a pat on the back. Yeah, yeah, good, good, right, right. Get rid of them people. Get rid of them blacks, them homos, them Jews, them Arabs, them Mexicans. Oh, we're all human beings. That's how we started before we became man, woman, or any other color. Don't get me started. Well, this is what I believe, okay? Sometimes it's not our fault when we're racist because we have been programmed by the people before us, by our parents and their parents. Why? Because either they never took the time to get to know another person that's not their race, not their color, or something bad must have happened to them. And because of that one person that did bad to them, they decided to blame the whole race of that person or the whole nationality or culture of that person, which is stupid. When somebody does something wrong, you don't blame the whole nation. You just blame that one person because something's wrong with that one person. Period. Okay? Well, it pisses me off. If I could go back in the past and find the first person, and I hate to say white, because first of all, I don't want to believe in white and black, because first of all, black, that color, okay, first, that's a color. That's not a person, okay? That's a color. That was a color invented by insecure, racist, going through the gigs type of person who just happened to be a person of a lighter color that decided to all of a sudden take that name or that description in a derogatory way and put it towards a person who just happened to be a different skin tone than himself. So that that girl just happens to be a little darker skin tone. You're a lighter skin tone. What the hell does that matter? What does that help? But for some reason, all of a sudden, that ignorant person had to go and say, you know what? This person is black. When you really think about it, let me tell you something. You can take the most darkest Nubian brother or Nubian sister, put them next to the actual color black, like this tank top I'm wearing right here. Very rare that person actually comes close to this color that you can say, okay, that person's black. Okay? So I always say, oh, how about just calling that person by their name? Okay? And if you don't know their name and you feel like you have to use a color or skin tone or whatever, you can just say, oh, that warmer skin tone. Or that gentleman over there who has a warmer skin tone. Or who has a lighter skin tone. Or just forget all of that and just say that person over there, or his name or her name. That's even more better. Or that human being over there. At least it won't be derogatory. So I hate the fact that word came in a derogatory, it was created in a derogatory way, coming from an ignorant person who just happened to be lighter skin tone and decided, let me get all my lighter skin tone people. And then, of course, people, instead of thinking for themselves, oh yeah, let's follow this crazy ass person that just thought of this stupid ass shit and let's go along with them too. Yeah. Next thing you know, that became something so horrific. Here we are today. Here we are today comparing people by the color of their skin. And don't get me started on the N-word either. And I'm not going to say it as respect to my Nubian brothers and sisters, my African American brothers and sisters, or anyone of darker skin tone or warmer skin tone, whatever other type of skin tone, the N-word. I don't like it. And I don't even like it when my own Nubian brothers and sisters use it too, even though I've heard, and people say, oh, we use it, we turn a negative into a positive because that was what the white man called us, so, but we're going to take that into the, no. My mentality is, if this was created by a stupid, ignorant person who made up this and use it in a derogatory way, I don't even want to turn that into a positive. I'd rather be the type of race, let's create our own word. Okay, that's gonna be beautiful and it's gonna come from a positive mind, not a derogatory, disrespectful mind. But I'm definitely not gonna use a word that was created by, I'm gonna say, a so-called white person who used it just to degrade me, just to insult me. Oh, hell no. But that's another topic because I'm not going to argue with my brothers, Nubian brothers and sisters, if they choose to use that. I just don't like it. Period. Okay? But anyway, America, Earth, get to know another person. I mean, it's hard because if we do have the wrong parents or the wrong people in our lives that brainwash us and program us with stupid, idiotic things because of their own fears, it's kind of hard to shake off. Okay? I used to be like that. When I was very younger and going to the school, whatever, because my mom and other people would consider people of different color or darker skin tone, or my Nubian brothers and sisters, they would call them in Spanish mono, which means monkey, right? And they would say bad things about them as if I'm supposed to be afraid of them and not trust them. So when I used to go to school, I did notice that a lot of times, also because I was gay, but I didn't know it yet, I was picked on a lot. And I noticed that the majority of the time when I was beat up and picked up a lot was by people of darker skin tone color. So then I started associating with what my mom said. And I started saying, well, maybe she's right then. Well, maybe, people who are mean and bullies are only people who are darker skin tone who happen to be Nubian brothers and sisters. You know? And that was a stupid mentality of mine. And I'm so glad. That little by little, I started shaking that off. And it doesn't matter even if I can complete 100 years of my life. It will always still take that long to keep on shaking off ignorance and stupidity that was put into our brains by stupid, uneducated, ignorant people who didn't take the time to get to know another person and not blame a whole race or a whole nationality if one person did something wrong to you. And now I open my eyes because and not that many gay people do this, but also as a gay person I realized, wait a minute, I'm being discriminated the same way that my Nubian brothers and sisters were discriminated way back then. Okay? I cannot repeat the same mistake of a person who was considered a white man or woman. I cannot repeat the same mistake and do that to my Nubian brothers and sisters when I feel now just a bit of what it feels like to be discriminated. To be looked at as different, to be looked at as dirty. And even a lot of my own gay people, they're still racist, which I never understand. I never understand that. I get sometimes embarrassed with my own gay community because we know what it feels like to be discriminated. We know we get treated so bad, and yet we're gonna go and discriminate another person just because he happens to be a different skin tone color than our own. Oh my goodness, you're just doing the same mistake that person in the past, that first so-called white person did. It's just now happened to be, don't do it. Nobody do this. Get to know a person, okay? Officers, okay? Take that programming for those who are racist, because I want to believe that there's still good officers. Take that programming out of your head, and I know it's hard. Challenge yourself, okay, and see that not all people, of whether it's a nationality or skin color or race, not all people are bad. And that if you have one bad experience with either a person of color, a person of race, a person of nationality, don't blame the whole race. Don't blame the whole nationality. Just blame that one person. See him or her as a human being and say, that human being got problems. And I have problems against them. That's it. Nobody else. Because when you actually take the time to get to know another person who's different from you, you're going to realize, gee, all that programming that was given to me, It's not right. It's not making sense. It's not, the dots are not connecting, because I'm seeing a good individual here. I'm seeing a good human being here. I'm not seeing what I was supposed to think that everyone is like when it comes to this person of color, or this person of race, or this person of nationality. Just get to know a person. My goodness, I am glad, and I can tell you this. I don't believe and I don't expect everybody to do the same. But I am glad that I do have someone to believe in, which is God, which helps me to realize you need to wake up. You need to see things the way I want you to see things, with love. Nowhere in the Bible does God, and this is what cracks me up. You see a lot of racist people, and these people be like, yeah, we believe in God, we believe in God, we believe in Jesus and stuff. He's my Lord, he's my Savior. I'm like, but if you believe in God, then you also believe in Jesus. You also believe that everything that Jesus ever came out of his mouth was love. Jesus never said, and God never said, okay, you are the race, or you are the pinnacle, you are the ones in charge of everything. Everyone else, I want you to look at them. I want you to be discriminating towards them. I want you to be racist towards them. I want you to treat them like crap. Nowhere in the Bible does God or Jesus say that. It's always love, love, love. Stop your madness. Love. Love, love, love. Through me, you will find love. So if these people who are supposedly worshipers of God take the time before you open your mouth, your nasty mouth, and say something derogatory or disrespectful, or even do something disrespectful to another person who just happens to not be your own skin tone. Take the time before you react and say, wait a minute, if I believe in God, if I believe in Jesus, and Jesus is all about love, what does he want me to do in this situation? I can't treat this person totally against everything that God stands for, because then I'm a hypocrite. Then I'm making up my own religion, and watch it, because then that's a sin too. I'm making up my own religion to justify my horrific type of way of thinking, to justify my horrific actions. Don't fall into that abyss of fear, of madness, of insecurities. We all have it. None of us are alone with that. We all go through anxieties. We're all human beings, and we all fear things. And then sometimes we can't believe that we took the chance to challenge ourselves and step beyond the way we usually think. And then next thing you know, it's like we have an epiphany. We all of a sudden something pops in our head and realize, this is not going the way I thought it would. This is good. This person's okay. What that cop did was wrong. And I see that so much with that guy, Ahmad. I hope I said his name right. The jogger as well. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? One man jogging, it literally shows. It's so, I mean, like, come on. If you got peripherals, then you could see for yourself. You can tell the difference between someone creeping and trying to steal something, whatever, and somebody just jogging. And then two trucks come up, and all of y'all have guns, and this man doesn't even have a gun. He doesn't even have a gun. And y'all all start to feel like, oh, well, I'm standing up for my rights. I'm standing up for my people around here, whatever. No, you're not. Because if you're standing up for people, you'll be standing up for the human race, and realize, what are we doing here? This man is jogging. And you even say we're making a citizen's arrest. And the part was about you have to conform, we control you or something. That was stupid. You don't tell someone you gotta listen to what I say. Okay, you don't control no one. No one controls anyone else. Or you don't command someone else. You don't have the authority to command. Okay? You're just another human being like any other human being. And that was so wrong to do that to that man and make his family go through what they went through. And now George Floyd's family. If ever anybody, any human being, regardless of what race or color, if you're gonna feel like you're gonna do something wrong, oh my goodness, at least if you can't do anything else, take a quick breath. Take a quick breath. And in that quick breath, instantaneously give yourself a moment of thought. This action that I'm gonna take next, is it gonna be right or wrong? How would I feel if I was on the other foot? And that was my body in handcuffs on the floor and somebody on my neck obstructing my breathing, and I'm screaming and begging, I cannot breathe. How would I feel? How would my family would feel if all of a sudden we also get an injustice as well, and justice doesn't get served, and those people who did that to you, it takes forever for justice to get served, and sooner or later they have no other choice but to serve justice because the masses are not having it. The masses are protesting and speaking up until something gets done, and I feel that sooner or later they give in. I mean, justice gives in because you don't want another madness on your hand. But then you give the cop third degree. I was looking up third degree, something that's done by accident. That wasn't an accident. What he did, an accident is like, let me see. Um, Say you're walking by on the floor and you didn't see something, and you question, it happened to be your person's your friend's glasses. You'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, that was an accident. And mind you, your foot doesn't stay on the glass or the glasses or whatever's on the floor for 8 minutes or longer. Okay, it's a quick reflex, like, oops, I'm sorry, oops, I'm sorry, the foot comes off. Okay, that knee stood there minute after minute after minute. And then I saw in that video many times how even all of a sudden, not accidentally, but purposely, more pressure was put on his neck. People, people, human beings, not people of lighter skin tone, not people of darker skin tone, not people of different races or people of different nationalities or people of different countries. Human beings. Don't let madness corrupt your heart. Don't let fear, insecurities corrupt your heart. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. This takes time and this takes practice. It's not going to happen overnight. But my goodness, just the first step forward, boom, your mind does something that you never thought it would do. And all of a sudden, you're heading down a different path that's making you a better person. Be a human being. If you can't be white, if you can't be black, if you can't be red, yellow, blue, purple dot with pink polka dots or whatever, then be a human being first. Push the veil of colors. Push the veil of race. Push the veil of national. Push that all to the side and just see another human being. How many times we got to say this? When you cut yourself, I cut myself, the same color blood comes out. My eyes see the same way your eyes see. My ears see the same way your ears hear. My skin feels the same thing you feel. Maybe mine's is worse because I'm wrinkling and I'm getting old and shit like that. You know, I'm decaying. But we all feel, we all see, we all hear, we all touch. We all have the same insides, hearts, kidneys, intestines, or whatever. Whatever happened to whoever it happened to in the past, if you went, because I know this is what happens. When we really get down to it psychologically, it's true what they say, and I know it's cliche. Hurt people hurt people. Those who have been hurt in the past, who have been severely hurt or traumatized by that one person who ended up being a different skin tone color than you, who ended up being a different race than you, a different nationality than you, or who ended up being the same, even the same skin tone color as you. Don't blame everyone else for that one person's mistake. Because if you ask other people, we all don't speak or represent that one person, and that one person does not speak or represent the whole. I feel that those cops, the other cops, should be arrested as well. Okay? And it's sad that justice came to George Floyd by giving that cop third degree. Should have been first degree. Or if you want to at least please, just please the system, second. But third degree, the madness has got to stop with all of us. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, a lot of different races will look at this and be like, oh no, please, I ain't going to listen to what he has to say. Oh, no, because he's gay. What the hell does he know? And she's like, no, we don't like that either, whatever. Look beyond sexual orientation. Look beyond lifestyles. Look beyond looks. Look beyond color. We should have never gotten to this point that we actually started to differentiate ourselves by color. It's so ridiculous. When you give a kid, when we're all innocent and young, before all this brainwashing and all this madness is given to us, we're given a box of Crayola crayons, and as kids, we don't pick that one color to work with. We pick all the colors in the crayon box. Because we know that when we pick all the colors and work with all the colors, we're making magic. Our imagination is going beyond the point of just single thinking. And we create such beautiful things. Even as adults, those who are artists out there who work with colors, you don't see an artist working with one color. And you know what? And there's even racist people out there as well who are artists. I bet you they don't just use one color when they're creating a masterpiece. And if anything else can't wake you up, then at least use that. For those people who are racist and who happen to be artists, look at the colors you use and realize you're a hypocrite. If you really want to be truly, 100% keep it real, Mr. Racist or Mrs. Racist, you wouldn't use anything that resembles anything else that reminds you of any other thing that you're against or discriminated against. That's logical thinking to me. But no, look at the colors you use to create your masterpiece. Let that be also a lesson for you as well. I'm not just using one color. I'm using a whole rainbow of colors. And when I put all those rainbow of colors together, harmony is created. All of a sudden, the customers see what I want them to see in my art. So you know what, human race? We are all the colors of the crayon box. And you know, if only one color is used, there is no masterpiece. There is no art. There is no beauty. We gotta all blend. We gotta use all the colors in the crayon box. We gotta all unite. Put all our fears aside. I don't mean to get religious here, but if you can't deal with your madness, try something new. Even if you don't believe, challenge yourself for 1 day or 2 days. Get on your knees and say, hey, if there is a God out there, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to act? What do you want me to say? How should I treat people? In the end, the answers are all the same, even if you don't hear the mighty calling of God. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. No matter what color you are. Treat people the way you like to be treated. And when you do that, you're gonna start seeing that what you thought about this person that happened to be a different skin tone color or race and nationality was wrong, because you're seeing him or her treating you the same way that you would want to be treated. If that's the only understanding you can get, then work on that at least. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Do you want someone putting their knee down on your neck and taking your air passage? Even if you did break the law, but if you're already in handcuffs, you cannot move. You've been stabilized. You've been put in a position where you can't not get out of. Is it really necessary for them to put their knee on your neck, on his neck or her neck, and take away their breathing? Don't go to sleep thinking that it's okay that you just took another person's life. Because when that becomes the norm, then darkness sets in your heart. And then it just starts corrupting you and turning you darker inside than the person that you just oppressed. World, dear world, love one another the way you would want to be loved, the way you love the ones close to you. Be kind. Get to know another person who is different from you. Next thing you know, that person and you just became part of the new artwork and beauty on the canvas of humanity. If that even makes sense. Take care, world. We love you.